The mid-north coast of New South Wales is an absolute epicentre of four drive touring. Our journey's starting off at Apsley Falls, just east of Walker, and we can't wait to head deeper into the bush.
Alright Loza, what's the plan for the next few days, mate?
Well mate, we're going to head down into the Sells River, check it out. There's some pretty cool mining history down there.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the Sells. I've never done it before.
Yep, so we'll duck down there, bloody steep.
Yeah.
And then we're going to head out through the bush, check out a few other points of interest. Yeah. And end up down on the coast.
Alright. Well, how about we pack up this camper trailer and the swags and get out of here, mate.
Let's hit it.
Let's do it.
I'm sure all of you know that New South Wales is in the grips of one of the worst droughts in history. Usually Apsley Falls is flowing fast, but as you can see, there isn't even a trickle falling over the rock faces today.
What's that you got pulling behind the Ranger there?
Mate, just made a quick trip up to Brisbane and got myself a trackabout camper for the weekend.
How good is that? Well, I reckon we pull off here in a minute. We've got our turn off, air down, and
see what we can do with it.
Mate, I'm keen as. I want to put this thing through its paces, test it out a bit.
Righto, well here we go.
So we're jumping off the Oxley Highway and onto Grassy Ridge Road at the northern side of the Sells State Conservation Area. Once we were a safe distance down the trail, we pulled over and dropped our tyre pressures down to 22 psi all round, including the trackabout. The Sells is renowned for being both steep and slippery, so it's important to pick the appropriate tyre pressure for your vehicle.
Hey, I was only here, 9 months ago at Christmas, and the track is so overgrown since then, hey?
Yeah, mate, it's pretty tight through here. I don't know how you're going with that tinny on top.
Oh, alright, the tinny's dropping a bit of a workout though.
Oh yeah, it sounds nasty in your car.
Nah, so hopefully we can get all the way through. Hopefully it's not this overgrown because there's a big tree across something that we can't move.
Well, it didn't take long till we come to our first decent descent.
What do you stop for, Loza? Come have a look. What is it? It falls away, disappears.
Jeez. Does drop a bit.
Tell you what, this is why they don't say come down here in the west.
You're not wrong.
I come up this way last time and I just don't remember it being that steep, but
we'll
get into it.
One at a time. Slow and steady wins the race, eh?
First gear, low range all the way down, mate. Just keeps falling away, I still can't see the bottom yet. It's crazy how steep it is, eh?
We are. I'll be going down a fair way further yet before I find a spot to stop.
There you go, you can see how steep that is. It's going to be a wild ride with the camper trailer. Whew. This is steep. Turn that trailer brakes up a little bit extra. Rear locker onto this one, keep me a bit straighter. Oh yeah.
We know that the cameras never really show how steep it is, and with the help of the Red Arc Tow Pro, Az is making this one look easy.
That
trailer's doing that so easy, eh?
Oh, tell you what, that Red Arc Tow Pro made a huge difference.
Righto, well we're only a couple of 100 metres to our lunch stop. Again, we've got a sidewall puncher. It's pretty annoying, but we might be able to plug it. We'll have a look at it at camp tonight, but we'll sort it out. With there being absolutely no flat ground around, we decided to play it safe and anchor the patrol to a tree. Now guys, when doing any trips like this, it's important to be prepared. One of the things we keep in our vehicles at all times is a high quality, versatile toolkit.
So what we've done, got a couple of Tread Pros off the roof, just to give it another 50 or 60 mil in height. Hopefully that gets the diff up the ground, so yeah, we can take this wheel off and swap it over. So Lozo, we finally made it down here after changing your tyre up on that track, eh?
Yeah, I know. So a few debacles, but we're down here now. We're in the gold mine at the bottom of Self State Conservation Park. Fair bit of history down here, so pretty keen to check it out.
Yeah, mate. Oh, we've got our trusty Nebos. So let's go check it out, eh?
Let's do it.
There's another one on the wall. Oh look, they're everywhere. Oh, so creepy. Look how tall this shaft is. Look right up there as well. Look at them flying around up there. Can you? Oh. Whoa! Hey!
It's pretty wild. Look at my feet.
That's bat poop. After a quick bite to eat, we stopped to check out the cell's very own Hilton Hotel. Now, there's no amenities in this hotel, so only a few hundred metres downstream, a couple of decent little swimming holes and a cracking waterfall. After running into a couple of locals, they seemed to think that the track out wasn't very trailer friendly. But we weren't about to let that stop us. Well, the local lads weren't lying. We went from 0 to 100 real quick, and we're into it.
And holy dolly, it's getting steeper. Missed the gear change there. Oh, I just done a huge wheel lift. Nah, I need a winch. I'm in a shit position and I've stalled it. This is one of the more awkward positions I've been in. What makes it worse, makes me more nervous, is the boat on the roof. It's making my centre of gravity a lot higher.
Mate, what have you done?
Don't touch the car.
I think you're alright.
Yeah, I'm bloody shitting myself right now.
Gonna go straight up there. That big one. Oh.
Now guys, when doing any sort of recovery like this, it's crucial to slow the whole process down. Take a deep breath, step back and assess the situation properly. Also, something that is imperative is make sure you're always carrying the correct recovery gear. It will make for a much safer recovery.
Alright? Righto, here we go. Yeah, stay on that angle.
Another thing to keep in mind guys is the angle of your winch rope. So don't be afraid to stop, detach and relocate to another tree to make for a safer recovery.
You only got one option, straddle this washout the whole way up. And yeah, let's see if you can get up there. Good luck, buddy. Let's do it. Are you out? Mate, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a wild ride for me with the camper. This hill, you probably can't see it on camera, but it is really steep. It's like high country steep.
There's plenty of traction. And to the left hand, that's it, spot on, straight. Straight still.
Woo!
That wheel is just pretty epic.
Whoa! Can I turn that way? No, you're gonna have to reverse. So, keep going. Straighten the wheels up, right hand down. Right hand. That's it. Now left hand. Left hand.
With the Ranger losing traction, towing the extra weight of the trailer, we weren't going to take any risks.
We're gonna winch.
Right, we'll winch.
We'll winch the pinch. Bloody workout, this shit.
That's perfect. You're going to come about a car length and then you'll drive it easy.
After relocating the winch on the Ranger half a dozen times, we got Azza to the top of the hill safely.
Finally! Does this mean your humble winch servant is allowed to come back to his car now?
Oh mate, that's one of the longest winching sessions I've had in a long time. I'm keen to get out of here, get to camp and have a couple of beers.
With the light fading fast, we continued along Grassy Ridge Road towards Eagle Hawk Trail. From there, we turned onto Nodding Bull Road and made tracks towards camp. After a big day behind the wheel, we cooked up a quick feed on the back of the trackabout, we cracked a tinny, and then we headed off to bed for an early night.
Well mate, we rolled into camp late last night. What do you reckon we have a bit of an easier day today?
After yesterday, I don't think I've got any adrenaline left. So yeah, we'll do a bit of sightseeing. Got a mountain to climb, got a waterfall to go and swim in. It might be a bit nippy.
Wash the filth off from running those winches all day. Well, I reckon we pack up the camper and the swags.
Yep.
Have some quick breakfast.
Yep.
Hit the road.
Righto, sounds good.
Let's do it.
This campsite is at one of the highest points in the Bulga, so I reckon if you use a little initiative, it won't be too hard to find. We usually cook on the back of the utes, so having the Trackabout slide-out kitchen with us was a welcome luxury. Now, try not to make a habit of rushing out of camp in the mornings. We always make a point to do a basic check over on our vehicles before we get started for the day.
So yesterday on the tracks I was following Laurie and it was bloody dusty because it's so dry out here. So this morning before we leave camp I'm just going to check my air filter, have a look over the engine, you know, make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary that I can see. Yeah, make sure my coolant's all topped up. Yeah, my Ryco air filter here is looking beautiful. There's no dust getting through the air filter, so you know that's working well. And what I'm just going to do now is, because I've got so much wiring on my main battery here, I'm just going to nip up the terminals, make sure everything's nice and tight. There we go.
Once we rejoined Nodding Bull Road, we continued south along the Bulga Plateau towards our first stop at Rowley's Rock. This whole area is really overlooked as a touring destination. If you haven't been here before, add it to your list. Sitting at over 1,000 metres on top of the Great Dividing Range, the hike to the lookout isn't one for the faint-hearted, but the 360-degree views are worth the walk.
Hey, how's the lactic acid from that hill climb? Bit of a different style hill climb than yesterday.
Yeah, mate, much prefer the ones where we're driving, but it was well worth it going up to that lookout.
But now we're done with that, why don't we pop down to Bald Hill Forestry? And then I think we're well deserved for a swim. We'll get down to Potteroo Falls.
Yeah, mate, I'm keen as I've still got some dust on me from yesterday.
Righto, we'll see if you can keep up.
Let's do it.
The entire Dingo Tops area has been logged extensively for the last few decades. Boot Hill Forestry headquarters, while it isn't in active use today, serves as a window into what life was like as a forestry worker in this area. Potteroo Road is steep and narrow, so take your time, as this is where you'll start to run into the crowds. As you descend towards Potteroo Falls, the temperature drops as the vegetation turns to dense rainforest. It's easy to see why it's a popular stop with the tourists. As you walk through the creek, the valley floor opens up to the falls. Although there wasn't much water flowing, we weren't going to miss this opportunity to cool off. Feeling refreshed after washing the dust off, we headed east and got back on the blacktop. Following a couple of epic days in the bush, we wanted to change it up a little bit and have a relaxing night on the beach. We really are so spoilt for choice on the east coast to be able to go from the bush to the beach so quickly. Once we found our spot on the beach, we wasted no time setting up the trackabout. This thing followed us everywhere with ease. There's no complicated setup either. Its well thought out design sets up in minutes. The slide out kitchen will have you cooking up a feast in moments, which leaves more time for sitting around the fire with mates.
Well, it was a big day today, cruising around the bush, checking out a few sites we haven't seen before. Loza?
Yeah, so now we've popped down the beach for a camp, bit of a change of scenery.
Mate, there's one thing we haven't done so far. A couple of tinnies that are on the cars and the camper. What do you reckon we pack up really early tomorrow, get out of here and find a nice camp on the river and go flick for some flathead and brim?
I reckon mine's going to be quicker than yours.
No, mate, it's a race.
I've got ya.
All right, let's have a couple of beers.
Put a beer on it.
Beer on it.
Drag race tomorrow.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
We got up with the sun and quickly packed up camp. Making our way off the beach, we headed north up the freeway in search of a secluded spot on the banks of the Kirill River. Not only does the Kirill River have great campsites, it's a well-known fishing hotspot and we were keen to throw a line in. On the way in, we came across several puddles, so we took the opportunity to get rid of some of the salt from the underneath of our vehicles.
Mate, how good's this? Perfect tide for it. Mate, I'm keen as to get these boats off the roofs, set up camp quickly. What do you reckon? Chase some flatty.
I reckon bugger camp. Let's just get the boats off the roofs and get out there.
Do it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
We're on the Kura River here, and we're just throwing around some little chubbies. Actually, mine's the Berkeley Atomic. Throwing for some brim, and we're throwing in at the structure. Brim are a shy fish, they like protection, so trying to get in on the mangroves for them. I don't have much luck at the moment.
Well, definitely not.
Az has just lost half his braid through a wind knot. But we'll get the lures back in the water and see how we go. And then maybe a little bit later today, put some plastics on and see if we can get some flathead. Well, it wasn't long until Azza got himself a flatty.
Look at that. Beautiful fish.
Gotta get the lure out and throw him back now.
Rightio, so the fishing's done for the arvo, but last night Loz had a bit of a bet with me.
We're gonna have a drag race. We're gonna go from the pontoon here to the power line sign and back again.
Rightio. What was it for?
Beer.
Beer. First one back to the pontoon wins.
May the best man win.
Me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Keep going, you loser! The little boat caught it better. Oh, beers are on you, mate. Right, let's go back to camp and set up. Well, there you go, guys. It's been an epic adventure over the last few days with mate Lozza here. What do you reckon?
We've managed to go wheeling, got some winching in,
Big winching.
waterfalls.
Yeah.
What we've seen some history, ended up on the beach, and now here we are. We've taken the boats out, we're going fishing. It's been unreal.
Caught a couple of flatty.
And what could you want?
Mate, it's pretty awesome that we've got this just at our fingertips in our backyard in this country.
It is. And I'll tell you what, if you've liked what you've seen here, this is absolutely nothing compared to what we've got coming for you guys. So hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Let's have some beers.
Stay tuned.
See you later. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.